I am going to do a quick project share and then actually a couple project shares, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about some hints and tips for the ornaments I've been making. So this is, if you saw my previous video, I had made an ornament and had collaged it with some Tilda papers that I tore up. And so I took the leftover papers and made this box because I'm going to send it off to someone. And so I just collaged them onto a piece of paper. I embossed some letters and attached those. And then I kept it really simple. Just put a crocheted rosette that I had made with this little button is from a necklace that I had gotten at an antique market in Paris. I just love these little beads. And then just a couple of buttons and some twine. I had talked about this twine. It's the American Crafts twine that I bought at AC Moore. You can also get it online. And I'm just going to reiterate that I really like the colors in the pack and the twine itself. So the ornament's inside there, so hopefully the person receiving this could maybe use the box to store the ornament if they like. And then to go along with that, I have a little bag of clay pieces that I made, and my next video I'm going to do right after this one is going to talk a little bit about the difference between 3 different types of clays that I used over the weekend. So if you want to check that out. And a little bag of, I believe these are glass pearls. And then I had made this card and this image I had in my stash, and so I just pulled that out and layered some papers. I do really like this textured paper that came on a 6x6 pad, and a little fabric Tilda heart and some trims and a couple buttons, and this one I had just colored. So that's that. But this is another ornament that I had made. I made this one yesterday. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how I did this and just some tips and tricks. And of course I really like the way the ornament came out. It came out very different than I had originally intended. I wanted to do like a white ornament. But then I had decided to use this paper here. And I didn't want to ink the edges of the paper like I did with the previous one. So my first hint and tip is that if you aren't going to ink your papers, and I guess depending on the look you're going for, I was going for a little bit cleaner collaged look, that when you tear your papers, you want to make sure that you tear, that all of your edges, that you tear your top piece towards you, your bottom piece away from you, which keeps the white section, keeps your piece of paper kind of clean looking. And so when you have this white section here, then you have to tear off that little edge. And then, so I make sure that all 4 of my sides, that the torn away part is on the back. My next hint and tip is with your decoupage or Mod Podge, whatever type of decoupage you decide to use. I do use Americana clear decoupage for almost all of my clear decoupaging, and then I use the specialty Mod Podges for other things, as like the glitter one or the super gloss or the satin. But when you are decoupaging this, and especially, well, I guess, first of all, the thinner paper was much easier to use than like the Tilda paper because you can fold it and crease it much easier. But it also, when the Mod Podge gets sticky, it's very easy to tear the paper off. So I would recommend Mod Podgings in sections. So like for this, it has 6 sections. So hold on to it, Mod Podge 2 sections. So I put the Mod Podge on the mold, put my paper down, put Mod Podge on top. I actually do it all with my hands. I just find it easier especially to mold it when you have the Mod Podge on your hands and on top of the paper. But as soon as you get those 2 sections done, I kind of rinse my hands off and hit it with my heat gun, and it dries super quick. And when it's warm, just finish molding it, you know, let it dry, and then move on to the next section. Otherwise, you will have paper that just starts tearing away. And then once the whole thing is done, you know, I dry it with my heat gun and then apply a quick coat of decoupage. And you have to do that kind of quickly so that you can roll it in whatever type of glitter you like. And then I went to the store and purchased, where did I put it? A super long, oh, it's in my twirly bird here. I purchased a really, really long needle, which was only $2, if I can find it here. And I took the original string out of this. Here it is. Okay. So I've just, you can pull the string right out of these. They're just knotted inside, and in fact, I recommend that you do that because they're not very secure. And then I purchased this needle at the store. It was in with by the crochet hooks and the knitting needles. And so then I was able to just poke a hole in the bottom and take seam binding and run it through. So this, you know, this hanger is going to be on here for good. It's not going anywhere because I ran it all the way through. So you could just leave a loop at the top, or I tied a knot and left the little ties hanging. I hot glued a little doily on there as well as the bottom, and just kind of crinkled up my seam bindings, added some lace, and then made a few charm dangles, which are kind of difficult to see there. And so I have this very kind of vintagey, glittery ornament. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.